Okay, so here's the bow I just finished up. I took some pictures and posted them on Facebook. And basically what it is, it's one of my hickory bows. It started off as a primitive bow, but what I decided to do is I had some of this old juniper that was harvested from my cousin's yard, and I was going to make a bow out of it, but the bow failed. But I kept the broken pieces of the wood, and I decided I was going to make a handle out of a piece that I found that I thought would make a great handle. I like the contour of it. I didn't take any, other than debarking it, I didn't take anything off the top of the handle. And of course I flattened the sides out so it would fit the diameter of the bow, or the bow width. But as far as the handle itself is concerned, I didn't take any material off the top of the handle. I even left a knot there so you could see it, but when you hold the bow, your hand doesn't even touch the knot. Okay, so I thought that was a pretty cool thing there. You can even see, the way the back of or the face of the handle is, that I kept the original contours of the log intact. So that's a cool little thing. I thought it would make a great handle, and it turned out to be good. In addition to the handle is I also made juniper overlays, knock overlays, tip overlays for the bow as well, and I really like the way they came out too. So you can see the heartwood there. There's a knot there. This is the bottom overlay. I left the bottom one kind of blunt because that's the side that hits the ground if you're not careful. So I didn't want to put a point on the end of there just like I did with this one, because I wanted it to be a little bit more sturdy just in case you hit the ground with it. But anyway, and then I stained the back of the bow with a dark walnut, and then finished off the belly with a lighter pecan finish. So there you go. The name of this bow is Whispering Wood, and it shoots, it says 50 pounds at 28 inches, but it's probably closer to 55 pounds. I'm going to get ready to shoot this bow right now. I have a iPad or iPhone app that does a chronograph app, and it's for bow. So we're going to check that out and shoot this thing and see what the feet per second is on the arrow that I'm going to shoot. So anyway, so there it is. This is the one of the bows I just finished up. I actually worked on 2 bows this weekend. This is the first one I finished, and I'll be finishing up the other one shortly. So there you go. Again, it's a juniper wood, the natural contours of a piece of wood that I used as a handle. And then I've got the juniper tip overlays on here as well. So we're going to go ahead and get this bow shot and see how it does. Okay, so this is the iPad, iPhone chronograph. What do they call that? The app that we're going to be using. I don't know how accurate it is or not, but somebody spoke about this thing on Facebook some years ago, and I decided to download it, but I never used it. But we're going to use it this time on this bow. So we'll see how it goes. You press the button, and there's a countdown.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then you shoot, and then it'll record the, I guess, the sounds of when you release the arrow and when the arrow hit, and it'll calculate the feet per second of the arrow. I guess there's other things that you can record as well, like the kinetic energy and you type in the weight of the arrow and all that stuff. But I think I'm just going to do the feet per second and see how it turns out. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. We're going to be shooting the bow I just made, and I think the arrow is about 630 grain birch arrow. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, so what I did, I measured off how far it is I'm shooting, and I don't know if you could see that, but we're going to be shooting from 7 yards away, and we're shooting a 631 grain arrow. And I'm just shooting from my garage, and I'm aiming for that target just outside the door over there. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we're going to shoot it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We took 3 shots. We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but after taking the 3 shots, the first shot did 176 feet per second with 43.92 kinetic energy, or 4372 kinetic energy, whatever that means, I don't know. The second shot was 174 feet per second, and the third shot was 179 feet per second. So, like I said, I don't know how accurate that app is. But you know, it is what it is, and those are the readings that I got out of it. There's a little bit of manipulation that you have to do to the app to get it to calculate the feet per second, and the reason why there may have been such variation between the first and third shot was because the manual calibrations that you have to do, and maybe I was off just a little bit here and there, but maybe one of these days I'm going to give me a real chronograph and see what these bows actually do. I've never ever chronographed a bow that was made, or that I made, and I was always kind of curious, but that's this bow. This bow shot that 174, 175 feet per second, and it shot a 631 grain arrow at 50 pounds at 28 inches. Actually, it's pulling at 26 inches, which is what my draw length is. It was probably pulling closer to maybe 48 pounds, something like that, 47 pounds, maybe 45 pounds. But there you go. It is what it is. You could take that and that information and do with it what you want. This bow is for sale, and if anybody's interested in it, just private message me on Facebook, and we'll get it sold to you.